Hey guys, and welcome back to the second episode of the Let's Play for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Triforce Gaming. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Still dealing with some internet issues, but that should be taken care of here very soon. Just got done with the third of 4 shrines here on the Great Plateau. Hopefully gonna get that stinking paraglider from the old man this time. Cause that dude's shiesty. Dude's super shiesty. And yeah, we're gonna continue climbing down the side of this cliff here. Wouldn't want to fall and die, because that's bad. Usually pretty bad. I heard dying is bad for your health, so we're gonna try not to do that. If we had the paraglider, we wouldn't have to worry about this right now. Just saying. Now, there's a couple ways I could do this, but I'm not going to show you the... I don't really have time to show you the other way, but the other way is you basically go around the back end of the shrine, and there's a way to get to the last shrine on the Great Plateau, but I actually want to do some more exploring, because even though the first episode was, you know, about an hour long, I didn't get to explore as much as I wanted to. So I'm gonna try and not worry so much about time on these episodes. I'm gonna worry more about showing you guys the capabilities of this game and the I guess the limits or lack thereof, because you can do so much in this game, and you can see so much of this game, and I want to rush that as little as possible, just because of how great this game is. I'm not sure if you guys could tell, but I really like this game a lot, and I almost just killed him. Well, you should have given me the paraglider, dude. I'm just saying. Okay, alright. Not sure what happened there, guys. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. And I'm going to try and safely cross this bridge here. Alright, we are good. And we're gonna keep going. And give me my paraglider, dude. What are you doing? You should be giving me my paraglider. Oh, so you're getting firewood instead of giving me the paraglider. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not going to help you out. Give me that paraglider first. Later. Alright, so what I was explaining about showing you guys, you know, an alternate route, so to speak. There's actually 3 different ways to get to the last shrine on the Great Plateau, and I'm gonna show you guys you know, real time. I'm gonna show you guys one of the routes, and then on the map I'll show you guys the other 3 ways. It's actually really cool that, you know, you're able to, that it just speaks to how open this game really is. There's no one way to do something. There's no set route that you have to take. And the game designers, the game creators, and I'm really bad with names, and especially Japanese names. I'm not going to try and pronounce their names, but the creators of this game, they wanted you to be able to focus on the gameplay itself, and not so much, you know, oh, I've got to go get a boss, I've got to go do this. And speaking of the last shrine, there it is, right there. That is the last shrine. And we got some spicy peppers, and that's actually going to be part of the deal here. Something I want to show you that's really, really super cool about this game is that one of the things that you can do, and I'll show you here in a minute. Let's see, what do I want to use on these idiots? Come on. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me right now. I promise you guys, I'm really not that bad. At this game, I swear, I'm actually really pretty good, and I'm not gonna make this. Alright, so it should start me out at the top. And I'm not gonna edit any of this stuff out because I think you guys should see that sometimes stuff does happen. Even in a Let's Play, sometimes stuff does happen. Alright. These dudes with the spears are really driving me insane. Alright, so, yeah, like I was saying, sometimes stuff does happen. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna claim to be. I'm never gonna claim to be perfect at this game. Sometimes you just get bested. It happens. It happens. But, one of the things I wanted to show you guys that's really cool about this game is, come on, get it, is that you can actually cook. Now, one of the things that we're going to need for the trek that we're going to make here in a second is something to keep us warm. Link, I swear to God. Oh yeah, I should probably light that fire, shouldn't I? Let's see. So, lighting a fire in this game is actually pretty easy. I did not mean to pick that up. Oh my lord. There's a couple ways you can do it, just like I was saying, you know. There's a couple ways you can light a fire in this game. It's pretty cool. Anything wooden that you have, just light it on fire, and then bam, you've got a fire. And that's it. And there's, you know, there's another couple of ways that you can do it, but I don't have the means to do that right now. But we're gonna cook these spicy peppers, and it's going to give us a stat buff of cold resistance. Why would you need cold resistance, you might be asking? Well, where we're about to go, we're gonna need it. We are absolutely 100% gonna need it. Because, see all this snow? That's not just for looks. That's not just for aesthetic purposes. Because, look now. Link, it's cold. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna eat that meal that we just made. And look at that. Link's not cold anymore. So pretty awesome. Oh god. Okay. So that guardian is deactivated. And here we have some firewood. Now, you can make your own fire in this game. That's pretty cool. I like that they put a cooking pot right after the entrance as well. That just speaks to the game's design, I think. Because I think they anticipated people just walking through here, not realizing. So, it's pretty cool stuff. Alright, got an acorn. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. Alright, and got a raw bird drumstick. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with you. Those guys will freeze you. And it's not fun. Just saying. It's not fun. Definitely don't need to be going in that water, because I will freeze there too. Alright, so as I was mentioning, there are 3 ways to get up here. Now, the way I usually take is this way, only because I feel like it's more straightforward, and I feel like it makes more sense to do it this way. I'm not sure why it's making me pick this up like horizontally. I don't want to pick it up like that. Oh my lord, come on. So it's not gonna cooperate with me this time. So what I'm gonna have to do... Oh, come on, Link. You've got to be kidding me. Now, see, that'll happen too. I really am not this bad. Figures on a Let's Play that this would happen. That's probably okay though, because it should reset my door that I was just moving around there. At least, hopefully, it will. But of course it starts me out here. So that figures. That's alright, we're gonna press on. And again, guys, I'm not gonna edit out any of this stuff because it happens. It's video games, plain and simple. There's no sugarcoating any of this. And I think that if you're gonna play a game and you're gonna record what you're doing, it's not like music where, you know, if you're recording something and you're spending thousands of dollars to record that, you know, you should get it as perfect as you possibly can. But I mean, this is gaming, you know. There's none of that. No room for stuff like that. Oh my god. These guys are annoying me. Okay, so yeah, it did reset my stuff that I was doing over here, so we're gonna try that again. I'm gonna try that again. Oh my lord. So there we go. Okay, camera, can you not? on. There we go. Alright, so we're going to make our way across this bridge. And I'm not going to go straight to the shrine right now. There's actually something I want to pick up. Before we go to the shrine. It's actually a really cool item that you can get for free. That you would normally otherwise have to purchase. But I'm broke as a joke. Right now I have 0 rupees. And if I can get something pretty cool for free, I'm gonna do it. Because why not? And I want you guys to see, you know, that you can get this. If you want. You don't have to get this. This isn't a, you know, just like so much in this game, it's not a mandatory item that you have to get. But it is nice to have, and it is nice that you don't have to pay for it. So I'll show you guys where to get that. So you go to, this is what is this called again? Mount Hyrule, and you go to the summit, which is right here, very top of the mountain itself, and you can get there however you want. It actually like winds around, or you can do what I'm doing and just climb it. Typically that's what I do because it saves time, and walking in snow slows you down quite a bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll show you guys exactly what I am after here. Oh, hello, old man. Breathtaking view. Yeah, I would say so. Scope to look for shrines. Nice. So yeah, so he gives you a warm doublet. I think that's how you say that, unless it's French. Gives you a warm doublet for making it up to the top, and that gives you cold resistance at a lower level. Now, there's a higher level cold resistance piece of clothing or set of clothing in this game that is actually really good to have, that you will absolutely have to have later on in the game. There's no food that you can cook, to my knowledge anyway, that will provide you the cold protection that you need. And I just found some flint. That's pretty cool. That will give you the cold protection that you'll need at that point in the game in that particular region. So let's see. I need to go over there. But before we do that, we're gonna go down here, and looks like there's a rock missing from this odd perfect circle of rocks. I'm gonna name that perfect circle. Well, hold on, before I say that stupid joke. Oh, okay, cool. So there's a rock right here. I'm playing dumb, I knew where that was. I'm gonna name this now perfect circle of rocks Judith. And there's a Korok seed here. We're gonna need those later on because there's someone we're going to run into that's going to help us out that we can give those Korok seeds to. So that's pretty cool stuff. And there it is, guys. It's going to be our last shrine, and I'm going to get away from these fools. That dude almost just hit me. Oh god. Alright. I don't feel like... Oh, jeez. Dude. Having an off day today, guys. I'm sorry. But again, that's gaming. That's just gaming for you. That's how it goes. That looks cold. I am not even gonna mess around. Alright, here we go. Last shrine, guys, and I'm gonna skip through these little intro scenes just to save on time a little bit. Alright. And here we are, the Cryonis trial. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Create a pillar of ice from a water surface. Now, if that's not cool, I don't know what is. Alright. So basically how you use this one. Create your pillar. Just like that. And you can climb it. And I believe you can make either 3 or 4 at one time. And to get past this, bam! These guys are crazy. 3 hits, 15 HP, done. And we got an ancient spring out of the deal, so that's pretty sick too. Alright. And voila. Now there is one chest in here that I believe is pretty good, but I can't remember exactly what's in it. But we're gonna go get that guy, which is right there. I already have one of those, but I guess I'll take another one. And just like that, guys, the last shrine is done. this dude don't stop calling me a hoe. Oh, that lantern actually works. I never noticed that. Yeah, give me my paraglider. Yeah, it is. No, paraglider. The first paraglider. Imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines at the end, as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. Now you're giving me, like, geometry crap to do? Whoa, okay. Did you just fart? He just farted and made himself disappear. Okay. So, I was telling you guys that there are 3 ways to get up here. So I'm going to show you those ways, those other 2 ways now. The one way I showed you is kind of right up the middle, in a sense. The other ways, yeah, and I died there. Whoop-de-doo. So the way I went is this way. So if you're coming from this area over here, you walk through this path just north of the River of the Dead, and then you cross this bridge here, hopefully not die like I did, and then I actually went up this path right here. So the other ways is you can go all the way through all this, and you actually can make it up here and go this direction, and then come back through here. And then the other way is you can climb up from this shrine after you do it, but you have to keep in mind that you have to already have a meal ready to go. So before you do this shrine, and if you're wanting to go straight from there, you would have to have a meal ready to go, and then go up this way or this way, all through this, climb all this, and, you know, go get your warm doublet right there, and then go here. So those are the 3 ways that you can go to get to this shrine. So pretty cool. What I am going to do is, he just said intersect lines. So we're going from here to here, and then from here down to here. There's only one logical place, and that's the Temple of Time. So that's going to be our next stop, but what we're going to do is, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to travel to the Shrine of Resurrection and travel from there. So here we go. And here we are back in the Shrine of Resurrection. It's like we never left. Climb this rock and get to where we need to go. There's something cool inside the Temple of Time that is pretty awesome, that you can actually find throughout Hyrule through your travels and stuff like that. That's very, very important to the progress of the game. Now in this game, unlike many other games, you don't level up. You know, you don't hit so many XP and then increase your level and then increase your, you know, your HP or any of that stuff. What you instead have to do is increase your heart containers and increase your stamina vessels. Those are the ways you quote unquote level up in this game, which I think is really cool, because it relies completely and totally, and I'm actually gonna do a sneak strike on this dude. Never mind. Okay. Later, fellas. I think this is actually the first time I'll be doing this part at night. I'm not sure why. Oh wow. Look at that. And I think there's some arrows over here. Yep. And I think there's a bow in here. Yes. So that's cool. So this is the important thing I was telling you guys about in this game. This is called a prayer statue. And this is how you increase your hearts or stamina vessels. And I say or because you have a choice every time. And you have to make, I mean, if you're going to come and do this with the intent of increasing one of the two, you have to pick one of the two. So I'm going to increase my heart containers. And how I do that is, you see how I have 4 spirit orbs up there in the top right? You can increase your heart containers or your stamina vessels for every 4 spirit orbs that you get. Now you can collect, you know, however many spirit orbs that you want. You don't have to go and get, you know, a new heart container or a new stamina vessel. He just called me a hoe again. You don't have to go and do 4 and then go get 4 more and then come back to a prayer statue and then go 4 at a time. You can get as many as you want and basically trade out however many spirit orbs that you have that would correspond with the amount of heart containers or stamina vessels that you want to get. So he just told me to come up to him, so that is what I'm going to do. Ugh. I heard a noise as I was climbing that ladder and wanted to see what it was, but I guess it's nothing. So we're gonna climb on this roof of this temple that used to be, I'm sure, unbelievably beautiful, and talk to this guy and see what he has to say.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, One must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts. as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Oh, finally got the paraglider. All right, so we just learned a whole lot about about this guy. So he's the king of Hyrule, or Hyrule as it used to be. Pretty crazy stuff happened 100 years ago, but I've still got a lot of questions. Still got a lot of questions. You told me everything you can? Dang. Well, that was a lot. Alright. Gonna do this. Destroy Ganon. Alright. Gonna grab whatever's in here. Soldier's bow. Dang, that's nice. Alright, so now we're free to leave the plateau, and I'm gonna do that right now. This just adds a whole new level of beauty to this game. It's so much fun. Right, so where we're headed is right over there. Between those two peaks right there is a road, presumably. So we're gonna go see what's over there. But before we head that direction, this is what we're gonna do. And now we're in Hyrule Kingdom off of the Great Plateau. And with that, that concludes episode 2 of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Triforce Gaming. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. Please keep following because the streams will kick back up. For the meantime, we're just going to do pre-recorded episodes, and they're almost as much fun as streams, almost. But at any rate, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching today's episode, and take care of each other, be good to each other, and never stop exploring.